for the very first time, is Valkyria Revolution. I should play Valkyria Chronicles 3 sometime. And maybe 2. I have to. I just never got around to playing it that much. Because, well, Valkyria Chronicles 2. It's not Silvaria. Man, how long were we waiting for an actual sequel to Valkyria Chronicles? And will this be an actually decent sequel? Who knows? Normal.
Ragnite, a mysterious ore that emits an azure glow. It contains a magical energy known as mana.
We were that original.
Its discovery brought prosperity to the masses, thanks to a select few who could wield its power through alchemy. In due time, the mana engine, an alchemic device that uses Ragnite as fuel, was invented in Europa. The processing of mana itself became an industry, allowing the masses to access alchemy and sparking a revolution. This Azure Revolution transformed Europa. As the demand for Ragnite grew, so too did the conflict between countries. Thus began the Age of Imperialism, in which countries would
Why does that
expand
Metal
their
Gear have a
borders through
sword on its
aggressive
head?
military action. The revolution transformed mankind's history
That frame rate.
into one of endless war over the azure mineral. The Kingdom of Jutland, September 15th, 1954, EC. On this day 100 years ago, the European Liberation War that shook the country came to an end. Elsinore, the capital of Jutland, is lively in celebration for the centennial anniversary of the country's freedom.
Freedom! (1954 EC), Group of the Five, Molda. Here lie the Circle of Five, whose vengeful actions brought forth an inferno of war. With their execution, the blood of the brave legions is redeemed, and a just peace born. They rest eternally in the land of their birth, by the grace of the Holy Mother. But seriously, fuck those guys.
Meanwhile, in a grove far away from the bustling city, two people from the Institute of Alchemy stand before a grave.
I'd like to know the truth, Professor.
You can't handle the truth.
The truth? What of?
I've been researching the Liberation War for a long time, and after going through the records, I've begun to have some doubts. Like, did the traitors really commit treason?
The Elsinore trial have ruled it as such. The history books paint a similar
Yeah, well,
picture
wouldn't have
too.
those ever lied.
I've seen the court records written by Lord Donovan Lindegard. The 5 traitors conspired to thrust Jutland into war for self-interest. They incited the citizenry to rise up, leading to the death of thousands. But is it even possible to start a war through personal greed alone?
You have no idea.
That conflict is now referred to as the Liberation War. The name speaks for itself. Doesn't the country as we know it exist exactly because they rose to action? Professor, you come from a line of instructors that spans 5 generations, all of whom taught at the Institute. And the time of your great-great-grandmother's tenure is of particular interest. I've heard that Princess Ophelia and the leader of the traitors, Amlet Gronkair, were classmates and her pupils. Have you heard anything from your family about that period? How did the traitors feel? What did they think? Or why did they lead this country down the path of war? If there's some hidden truth, we should share it with the world. I've looked through a lot of historical documents and research papers regarding the traitors. I've reviewed historical facts and researched them time and again. And I've concluded that there's an important fact that remains hidden about the traitors.
And that would be?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Careful, you're setting yourself up to get
Still,
murdered.
I don't believe that the traitors started a war for selfish reasons. Jutland won the war and underwent a massive growth. The fact that they laid the foundation for it should be ample reason why we shouldn't think of them as criminals. If I may be so bold, I even think the honor of those 5 should be restored.
That is quite a bold notion. There's no need to restore their honor.
Then do you accept the contents of that trial, Professor?
They didn't want to restore their honor.
They never had any in the
Watch
first
over this
place.
area. That was their only request.
Huh?
It was for that reason they accepted the brand of traitor and the penalty of death that accompanied it. Their only wish was for all 5 of them to rest here in this land. Still, the people couldn't forgive them.
But it's clear that the request has been granted. Why is that?
It was done out of love. A complex one at that.
You have heard something then, haven't you? Please, you have to tell me, Professor.
Very well. What I'm about to discuss,
Oh no.
as you've surmised, this is a truth that's been passed down by my family, starting with my great-great-grandmother. Listen to it in its entirety, and then
Aw,
decide for
man.
yourself if this is a tale that should be shared with the world.
Well, now I already know the ending, though. Everybody dies. Probably. This kind of dampens my interest in the entire game.
October 4th, 1853, EC. The region of Molda, where we stand now, became the
It's
first
Mila from
battleground
Hotel
in the
Cecilia.
war between Jutland and Ruse. Jutland's anti-Valkyria squad challenged the Rusi Empire. They were known as the Vannergund, and their commanding officer, Amlet Gronkair, was one of the traitors.
Hey, Helena. That racket you've been making is getting on my nerves.
Huh? I'm just, trembling with excitement.
It's an endearing character trait.
Looks
or
like
flaw.
we got a tough one over here. I expect great things from you, Private Anderson.
You can count on me.
I must be excited too. That's why I can't stop trembling.
Sure it is,
You're
rookie.
just scared.
I'm a rookie,
You're
I'm a
right.
10-year vet.
You ought to be following my example,
Oh, God.
little boy Boom. I am the very paragon of vitality, vivacity, and virility.
Ugh, I'm surrounded by children. War's about to break out and you act as if you don't have a care in the world.
Excuse me? Miss Bridget, surely you're not including me with the rest of this ragtag rabble.
I bet he gets a combat boost when he's next to men.
You're quiet as always, Tilda.
You're pretty calm yourself, Bridget, even though the enemy's
They can practically hear us.
That I am. Strangely so. Once the battle starts, though, who knows what'll happen. I've been waiting for the day to take revenge on the Empire. I'll give no quarter.
I'll murder everyone.
Well, we have been pushed around a lot by the Rucks. Everyone has some grudge against them, big or small.
The old lady down the street from us died the other day. They couldn't find any medicine for her in time.
She was so nice.
God, this is unacceptable. As if we'll let an economic blockade kill us. If we're gonna die, we'll go out with a bang.
Just so.
Is that really combat ready?
'Twas to save my people from such a regrettable fate, so far as I am able, that I have taken up the sword alongside you. We must break free from the clutches of imperialism and put an end to this unjustly imposed embargo. Amlet Gronkair,
Yes?
I must say, I truly am glad to have joined this unit, for it has attuned me more closely to the will
Which
of
is
my
why you're
people.
wearing a
Lieutenant
dress.
Villefort. Yes, sir. Have the princess stand down.
Beg pardon. I still have matters to discuss with you.
I don't.
Must you always speak so obstinately?
I already don't like her.
Come, Your Highness.
Godot. Princess, when your commanding officer says stand down, you stand down. You're not students anymore.
Helena!
Aw, come on! Fifi's just trying her bestest, you know?
Oh my.
You always take the princess's side, Sarah. Why don't you become her handmaiden?
How rude! What's with the attitude?
Doesn't seem like they've bolstered their numbers nearly as much as the report indicated. Even if they had, we have our orders. Of course. Watch over the princess. Understood.
Sorry for the delay, Lieutenant Gronkair.
I have the feeling this wasn't made by the same writers or developers as the original Valkyria game.
It started.
Sir, His Majesty decreed at 0752 to all citizens of Jutland the annulment of our alliance with the Rusi Empire. He has declared we're entering a state of war against them.
Maybe he should have told the troops that before announcing it to the public, but, well, you know the
Anti-Valkyria
king.
Squad, prepare to commence operation. Our objective is to seize the outpost and take back our land from the Empire.
Everyone, please, lend me your ears. This is not just a battle, but the dawn of a war for our people's independence. May the blood of our own go unshed. And may we bring victory to Jutland, our country and home.
Jutland back then was in a state of poverty. The Ruzi Empire, who is in a long-standing alliance with our country, approached the other major powers of the world. Together, they launched a year-long economic embargo, which would later be known as the BRFH blockade.
That's a really popular name.
Brenland, Ruse, Frank, Hobstrom.
Rolls off the tongue.
Those four powerful empires had ceased all trade and commerce with our country. With the blockade in place, the livelihood of the Judish populace was strained by a lack of resources. Jutland went to war under those circumstances.
You're not trading with us, we're gonna fucking kill you. Good luck. While Maria has seen better days.
Let's go.
Daryl, Bridget, and Helen are with me. We launched a surprise attack on the base.
All right.
The rest of you watch our backs. We'll hit the enemy hard while they're still confused. Let's go. Shouldn't you cause them to attack? Press X to attack them with melee or press Daryl to access the battle with little pellet. Should action gotten to max use basic attacks. Or access the battle palette. The action gauge refills over time. Circle to avoid.
Let's do this.
I got dodge rolls.
I swear I'm not drunk.
What? Also, we are so goddamn anime. So did any of us think to bring a gun to this fight? No?
I swear I'm not drunk.
No match for us.
Space Marines!
And this. Who's next?
Battlefield have numerous locations for hiding. I can ambush people.
I swear I'm not drunk.
Why would I ambush them when I could just hit them with my sword, because that's what we do. How loud can I be? Spells and secondary weapons may trigger targets to feel emotions like panic or surprise. these guys brought guns.
All right.
Fortunately, none of their friends heard all of the gunfire or shouting. Alchemy expelled, secondary weapons and any items equipped. Ah, guns are secondary weapons, I guess. Toss a grenade. Ah, grenade! Just hit him.
Who's my treies? Out of my way, Rock.
Excuse me, we're hiding right now. Thank you, Helena.
Finally, they bring out the big guns.
The enemy forces are slow to react. I wonder if they're still half asleep.
Maybe they just can't stop laughing
Take it down.
because we're charging a machine gun with swords and trench coats and skirts. Alchemic armaments, aka tanks, are the Empire's greatest weapons. Their offensive and defensive advantages over infantry make them dangerous. Unless you're a scout, with perks. Tanks, however, have discernible parts. When these parts can knock a tank down or render certain types of attacks inoperable, making a tank force by destroying these parts is a wise alternative to aiming for the body. Ah, I can lock on.
Reinforcements.
I won't go easy.
I'm forgetting about button attacks already. Dragoons!
Who's next?
You killed the guy that was retreating. Way to go, hero! Oh my god, that guy doesn't surrender.
Our tank! It's out of commission!
Where the hell are they coming from?
The front.
So they've finally taken the bait. Runner, send word to the motherland. Everything's proceeding according to Its Imperial Majesty's designs.
There are several opinions about how the war started. One theory is that a desperate Jutland finally decided to mobilize, similar to a cornered animal. Another, that Jutland preemptively attacked due to intel that the Ruzi Empire was launching an armed invasion.
Some think the invasion was just a mistake because it was actually just a group of cosplayers out LARPing in the field. And the Ruskies mistook that for an actual attack.
Please do not worry for my sake. Am I not a soldier too? I can see to my own safety.
Anyway,
Princess Ophelia. How audaciously admirable.
But, Phoebe, you're still royalty, aren't ya? No princess left behind, says I. And no soldier, too.
Guarding your highness is an order from our commanding officer. You can leave your protection to us.
Nay. Surely that would ill serve us all.
It's over.
You mean he's dead?
Hey, you alright there?
I'm still so inexperienced. But I can survive. Nay, I must.
If he wasn't dead, he
For
could
my
see up your
country, I
skirt.
will.
Dress, I mean.
Fifi!
Your Highness, wait!
Stop being dumb! Oh, hey, I'm playing as her.
I'm quite alright. I can still fight.
I get shot in the fucking face.
Next!
In the name of Jutland!
Her sword does not hit as hard.
Onward to victory!
You're no match for me.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Thanks. A duel, is it? Well, have at thee. Draw your last pathetic card, Yugi boy. Did I do that?
Can you stand? Princess, can you stand?
Yes.
There a problem, Godot? No. The princess just won her first fight is all.
If you call that winning.
You okay there, Fifi? You look even paler than usual.
But of course, she's killed a man with her own two hands. Such is the way of war. However, if you intend to follow us further, you must grow inured to death. Friend as well as foe.
You really need to learn how to read the mood. Still, what you're saying is correct. For once. Your Highness, it's wonderful that you volunteered for your country. But if I may be frank, you're a liability. No matter how
What are you
compatible
doing
you are
here?
with Ragnite, that had no bearing on your qualifications to be a soldier in the field. At this rate, someone will die protecting you.
Everyone, I apologize for this disturbance. I am quite all right now. I'm fine. Please forgive my lapse in judgment. Rest assured it will be my last.
Yeah, right.
Fifi.
Amlet, I defer to your authority. Please grant me leave to continue fulfilling my soldierly duties.
You got this?
Yes, sir.
Then prove it. That work for the rest of you? We've taken care of most of their monarch, so let's finish this.
I don't know.
Even my king father has never experienced the likes of this.
And this is true.
I am the princess. I am a soldier. Defender of the people, protector of the realm.
I'm a survivor. I don't know. Like, it doesn't even matter how competent she is. Just the fact that she's here is a liability and makes, you know, us more prone to be targeted. I mean, hey, if the enemy captures the princess, that's a pretty good bargaining chip. Would be a lot better if she wasn't on the field.
All right.
But whatever. Isaac, Tilda, Blum, and I will go ahead. The rest of you, be careful. Let's get moving. Should panic you or surprisingly target trees emotions like fear or confusion. Oh god, they already see where I am.
Lose.
Another win.
Child's play.
Who's next?
Wow. I can see why fans of the original Valkyria Chronicles were not enthused when they saw this game.
Who's next? Show's over.
All right.
You want to surrender? Hey, who's doing it?
To
Oh.
lose. Over and done.
Well, he was retreating, but okay. I guess we don't take prisoners. What? Did someone think this was a good idea?
That's the enemy? What a nightmare. To think my unit's been routed by such paltry numbers. They don't even amount to a single platoon.
This looks like something out of a bad dream.
Or a bad game?
Such heavy mono weaponry exists.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? Right?
I'll take it on. Bring it!
Amlet!
Balthus. Target the tank and take it down.
Your Excellency, maintenance on the Dragon S-type is still incomplete. Fighting this condition is dangerous. No problem. I'll burn them to ash before they get close. Prepare our main cannons to fire. Here he comes.
Keep an eye on him.
I'm sorry, but that's just so silly.
Keep an eye on him. They can be-
Vigilance!
I'm with you. Keep an eye on him. Keep your guard up. Keep an eye on him.
Evasive action!
Keep your guard up. This is going well. We're the opponent. Keep your guard up. I'll give it my all. Keep an eye on him.
Taste my blade!
Alright, this is when I cut off the tail and get a weapon, right?
Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him.
What orders can I give? Oh, not like dodge or anything? Okay.
Taste my blade!
Keep an eye on him.
Not bad.
Out of that feeling!
Okay, so guarding didn't do much versus that. Good to know.
Vanished.
I don't think the head is really its weak point. I mean,
Keep an eye on her.
it's not like there's anyone in the head.
Keep an eye on her. This is going well.
This is going.
Who did this? Keep an eye on her.
I can't look up at the head. I want to see if I could target it with my gun. I can't aim that high. S rank, C rank.
Haven't hit my prime yet. Haven't hit my prime yet.
Thanks, Daryl. Distraction, spinning blaze, burn field. Scout only.
We did it!
It was a smashing success. Well done, me.
Smashing, get it? Oh.
Hey, they're running away!
Don't bother. The rear guard will take care of it.
True. Our mission is to gain control of the area. Suffice it to say, we've accomplished just that.
Commander,
What just happened?
The hell are you doing now?
First Sergeant Ramadal, you're in command. I'm going after it.
I am coming with you.
Why? Retreating enemies are his trigger! He must pursue! That or guys with red hats.
Damn it all. His Majesty will never forgive me for this humiliation. Your Excellency, the enemy! What the hell? Wait, you're the... You fool! Do you have any idea what you're doing? You have brought the wrath of the entire Ruzi Empire upon you!
Where's Maria?
Where is she?
What? I know exactly what I'm doing. You're Balthus Grey, one of Ruse's 4 Grand Generals. We knew you'd be here. It's why we planned this op. To kill you. Me?
Well, I do feel honored. But if you kill me now, your last chance at brokering a peace dies with me. Or do you really plan to take my life, even if it drags your whole country into war?
Moral choice?
Have you lost your mind?
I've lost my wife!
I won't ask you again. Where is Miss Maria? 10 years ago, you and your emperor came here to Molda. I know you took her. You took her. And you...
Holy shit! Are you serious? All this over one woman? Do you realize just how many people are going to die because of you? Ah, but you do know, don't you? You're a piece of work. You're completely insane!
You don't even remember.
That's right. You wanted to know about your little witch. Maria. Maria, huh? If I recall, one of my mistresses. She was a real nympho, that one. She was a hell of a slut.
That's fine. It doesn't matter anyhow. I remember. I'll never forget what you rocks did to us.
Congratulations, you got a trophy.
What were you just talking about?
Stuff. Guy stuff. Never mind.
That was their commander.
Our mission was to capture the base. We had already won. Yet you killed this man. In cold blood. He was a Grand General, yes, but by what right did you take his life? Answer me, Amlet Gruncair.
Or I'll take one of your belts away.
Amlet!
Should we just leave that there? Meanwhile, elsewhere, completely inconspicuous in every sense of the
Good work,
word.
Em.
It's like someone crossed a fairy tale with World War II. Not even though, because this doesn't really seem like World War II, unlike the first game.
Confirm it once more. Is it true that Jutland has attacked?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Wonderful. We can finally deal with the Jutes as we please.
And Balthus?
He was preparing to engage the enemy when we left. I believe we should get more information soon.
Your Majesty, forgive my intrusion, sire.
If it isn't the envoy.
Hail, Emperor Claudius, and well met. I, Lord Donovan Lindegard of Jutland, hope to find you in good health.
What is it? You seem in great haste.
Moments ago, I received grave tidings. The alliance between our nations has been severed by a declaration of war.
We
Wow.
already have knowledge of this news.
Indeed? As
Didn't
expected
even
of
bother
His
to tell the
Majesty.
messenger.
Our empire's
Thanks,
treasured
King.
outpost was attacked.
Can it be? That once contented land was a symbol of peace.
Correct. We shall, therefore, answer the kingdom in kind.
Words can't convey my regret. As a diplomat, my purpose is to build a bridge between our countries. A bridge now burnt. My labors to subdue talk of war, so that not a drop of Jewish blood must spill. One foolish act brings it all to naught. Since it has come to this, I will return at once and put an end to this wretched war.
Your path shall be a harrowing one. Begone.
Thank you for your leave, sire. Now I must hurry back home. Farewell.
Okay. Catch you later.
We now at last have cause to strike at Jutland.
Our forces await your orders, sire.
We're waiting your orders, sire. You got any?
It is reported that the news of Balthus's death reached the Empire after Lord Lindegard returned to his country.
Meanwhile, on the promenade. Somewhere.
Extra! Extra! Read all about it!
War were declared.
News that the country had reclaimed territory brought joy to the normally quiet lives of its citizens.
They didn't realize how fucked they
However,
were.
This uplifting atmosphere and the events that led to the war were carefully constructed by the 5 traitors.
This is our army base.
Yo! Look who's here! Today's MVP.
Just like old times. AM.
1,
Hasn't changed a bit.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, shall we begin?
It's good to be back in our palace.
To today's victory.
Cheers! Ah, delish. Nothing like good wine and great company. Just like I keep telling you guys, Lady Luck is on our side.
I was wrong, Am. Like you and Saul said, war's our best bet.
The public supports the war, and the opposing factions are being pushed back. Things have been set into motion.
Right. No stopping now. Balthus didn't remember what he did to us.
What? Hey, you're joking, right? After the shit he pulled?
That can't be. He killed so many people. How could anyone forget so much bloodshed?
It simply shows that a small incident like that was an everyday occurrence for them.
Whoa, the hell you mean small incident?
Still, they've accomplished one part of our revenge. There is something that bothers me, though, Anne.
What's that?
One squad member and the princess showed up, didn't they? After you killed Balthus?
Seriously?
Yeah.
So they saw you?
It's nothing to worry about. They saw me kill an enemy general, nothing more.
I guess that's fine.
Keep an eye on them, just in case.
Sure.
Anyway, that's one down, 4 to go.
We'll make full use of the coming winter for this war. We'll advance on Ruse's capital and
Yes,
take revenge on the Emperor.
let's invade
Ruse should be with you.
Russia during
And
the
that's why we need
winter.
to save her.
Hell yeah! I can't wait to see her again.
By the way, Emlet, have you heard already?
What about it?
Your rank. You're being promoted to captain.
Great. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
First Lieutenant Amlet Gronker. In
Amlet.
light of your faithful service, I hereby promote
Why
you
is that
to the
H
rank of
silent?
captain.
Your Majesty.
You also have my gratitude for bringing my daughter safely home. Prithee, was she a burden to the operation?
No, sire. Princess Ophelia showed great bravery on the battlefield.
Even when she
Oh,
shanked
is
that guy.
So? Good. Very good. Loyal subjects, you have served your country well. That province once belonged to the kingdom. Reclaiming it is a benefit to us all, and a change for the better. There may be hard times ahead, but I have hope that our nation will continue to progress forward.
War is great, guys.
Warriors of Vannergan, keep the light of Jutland bright.
Father, I wish to say something as well. My beloved people of Jutland, for the first time in my life, my mettle was tempered in the flames of battle. It was an experience I can scarcely put into words.
You should all try it out. Join the army now.
Why we fought did I survive? 'Twas for you that my countrymen achieved this victory. My eyes have been opened to
That's
the
quite the
horrors
crowd
of
there
war.
to see the princess
But we have
and king
languished
in
under
person.
the Emperor's embargo for far too long. No longer could I stand idly by watching our kingdom lapse deeper into exhausting destitution. Thus, I chose to act and put myself in the front lines. I will continue to fight for Jutland, my beloved country. But for that to happen, we need the help of our military. Our parliament uniting the people. Our proletariat supporting the industry. Our press giving voice to the populace. And all the citizens of the nation working together till the end of the war and the prosperity of Jutland.
Total
I will
warfare.
keep fighting at the vanguard, dreaming of that day.
Nice speech, Princess. That's easier dreamt than done.
Yes, but her presence alone will help sway the public in favor of the war.
Your Highness.
Godot.
Why, look who it is. Good day to you.
Of course you're here.
My, aren't you saucy? I am the princess's lady-in-waiting, after all.
Is something the matter, Godot?
Princess, might I have a word with you? In private.
I'd advise against that, milady.
He may be my older brother, but to hold privy council alone with a man? Oh, the scandal.
Please, Miss Ophelia.
Excuse us, Miranda. Oh, you don't need to apologize to me. This would-be Romeo is the one overstepping his bounds. Besides, I'm only pulling his leg.
Just go. My time is very limited.
Yes, yes.
Princess, about Amlet.
Did you learn something?
Not a great deal, I'm afraid. All I could learn about his life before the Institute is that his adopted parents passed away. Nothing more. He has no past.
What do you suppose that means?
When he struck down Balthus, he said, "I'll never forget what you Ruks did to us." He's hiding something. Of this I am certain. And I fear whatever that may be will betray us all. I'm sure further investigation will yield the truth. I'll continue looking into him. Good day, Princess.
Amlet. Who are you, really?
Meanwhile, at the Burgov Palace.
Dad, bring you news of weal or woe?
Brenlin's unit has been decimated.
Wow.
Everything is as you have commanded.
Good. On to the next step, Reaver.
Look at the size of that chest. Who could it possibly be? I don't actually know, but I'm guessing. Sure, let's save. I don't know, while the original Valkyria Chronicles was like 30% fairy tale, 30% realistic, this seems like the inverse of that. Realistic in the fact that, hey, we actually have guns that shoot bullets. Fantasy in the fact that, we're in a goddamn fairy tale.
Next is Ipsaria.
The Ragnite capital of the world. Sounds like fun, yeah?
Ipsaria was once the leading country in Ragnite production for Europa. Originally, Ruse was lacking in both natural resources and national power, not unlike Jutland. But after seizing Ipsaria, Ruse exploited those resources to become a global power while toying with the existing ones. In a manner of speaking, Ipsaria is the heart of the Ruse Empire. We will have Jutland taken. Our presently destitute country should be rejuvenated by gaining control of the Ragnite.
Which in turn means weakening Ruse.
You magnificent bastard.
Look who's talking. Have you seen your suit?
Once we get our hands on all that Ragnite, that company's net worth is gonna skyrocket.
Great.
You wouldn't be the only one to profit. If current issues like inflation or supply shortages are resolved, naturally...
The people of Jutland will see the war as a success.
Doesn't matter who doesn't matter who dies.
Violet, are any Grand Generals stationed in Ipsaria?
No.
And how do the people of Ipsaria feel about Ruse's occupation?
To hear my business partners tell it, they don't think too kindly of their imperial occupiers. After Ruse invaded and took control, the Emperor didn't waste any time claiming house. Executed the entire royal family along with any loyalists.
That sounds like something Claudius would do.
Still, the effect was instantaneous. There are hardly any dissenting opinions against Ruse there since they fear military oppression.
Doesn't mean their dissatisfaction isn't simmering under the surface. Guess that's where I come in. Got it. We'll distribute an anonymous flyer. a manifesto from resistance forces trying to shed a light on Ruse's crimes and restore honor to their late king.
Straight up sedition. And I thought I was the bastard here.
I take that as a compliment.
Stir up Ipsaria and lay the groundwork, making them more accepting of Jutland. It's a solid idea.
Maybe we should have done it before war was declared.
Please continue the operation within Jutland as well.
More rabrousing? We already threw fuel on that fire.
We'll do it as much as we can. A war effort's only as strong as the citizens who support it.
Precisely. Amlet, make sure to pay attention to the citizens when you walk around town. We can gauge public opinion toward the war by their attitude toward the commander of the elite unit. And again, be amicable.
That's rich, coming from you.
Got it. Good. That concludes today's agenda.
Well then, meeting adjourned.
It's about to get real busy around here.
Chapter 1, The Liberation War.
It's a beautiful sunset. We can't help but come here, can we? This used to be our favorite spot.
Yeah.
I have an idea, Am. What do you say we go grab a drink afterward?
I'd rather just get back to headquarters.
Oh, come on. A few rounds wouldn't hurt.
We don't need anyone getting suspicious of me. Besides, I need to put together a plan to free Ipsaria.
What an annoyingly flawless response. Well, come join me next time. We haven't gone drinking in a while with just the two of us. Even you need to unwind at some
Take
point.
off a few of those belts.
Sure.
I'll hold you to it. You just gave me your
1, 2,
word.
3, 4, 5,
You're a
6,
rare
7,
breed
8,
of
9,
man,
10,
Am.
11.
The kind that doesn't pass out when they go drinking with me. I won't let you get away so easily.
11
Well
belts.
then, I'll see you around.
Currently visible.
All right, everyone, let's head back home.
And that's how the story went. Any questions?
How far did we get?
The story, and reflect on the true history of the Liberation War by speaking to Professor Rachel Lauderup, with lesser to select from the menu.
Oh, it seems a letter has arrived.
From who? Fragment was added to the notebook. Declaration of War was added to the history book. Glossary was updated. So I guess this is the hub menu. Oh, neat. So there you have it. The start of Valkyria Revolution. I don't know. I can get why fans of the original game did not and do not much appreciate this game. Like, the combat is a different system entirely, it seems. The story is a lot different, even in looks and designs and everything. And the characters so far, well, they're a lot more anime. Like anime cliche. So, all the things, all of the tropes and stuff that the original Valkyria Chronicles managed to avoid for its benefit, this game has just kind of jumped headfirst into. But on its own as a game, not comparing it to the other Valkyria titles, I don't know, I'm not minding the game. Like, I'm finding the combat semi-fun. It's not very in-depth right now, but maybe that will change. Hopefully that will change. And as far as the setting goes, I don't know, it definitely feels like, while the original Valkyria Chronicles was like fantasy World War II, this just seems like, I don't know, high fantasy. Like something you would see in a Mother Goose story or something like that. One of those old fairy tales telling you the story of this semi-modern war. Hence why the giant tank had the shape of a red dragon and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't particularly mind it, but it's definitely a interesting change of pace as compared to the first game. But like I said, that's comparing it to the first game, which I'm trying to avoid. But I don't know, we'll have to see where it goes from here. So there's that. I wonder who the 5 traders could possibly be. Well, whatever. I think it would be better if they didn't tell me that the 5 traders ended up in this grave, or in theory, end up in the grave. I'd like to not know where the game is planning on heading. But that's not what they seem to have done, so whatever. But the only option to find out more is to continue playing, which will happen soon, I hope. Soon.